Yo, it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, man. Y'all know what it is. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times. Man, we had to come tap in real quick. A lot going on. We're going to get to it in a second, but we're going to get into Rory and Mal signing a new deal with Sirius XM, Stitcher. They got a write-up out right now on the Vulture magazine. If you want to go read that whole thing up, I'll probably pull it up on here. But we got to get into that. Shout out to them first and foremost. Congratulations to them getting a $10 million deal. That's big news, man. I don't care what nobody say to do a podcast or anything in life, man. $1 million is a lot of money. So we're going to get into that. Shout out to them. Budden did respond to Mal calling out his character. So we'll get into that. Then we'll get into, I don't know what Soulja Boy got going on, probably just trolling. I guess if people want to talk about that, we'll get into that, where he said Youngboy needs to make better music. To me, that's probably just a troll that Soulja Boy probably doing right now. We'll get into the Kyrie Irving thing if y'all want to get into that. Also, Kyrie Irving and everything from the analysts, the media, and how they speaking on Kyrie. The NBA season starting in like 5 days, so we'll tap in on that and get some of y'all perspective. I had some people come in after I talked my little shit for a little bit. I had some people join in if they want to get on it and speak their opinions, and you can cam up and get in here in a little bit. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. What we on? Let's talk about it. Should we let some more people join, or should we get right to the bullshit, man? Because I'm on all the bullshit today. I'm finna hurt some feelings. If you one of them people that ain't comfortable in your own skin, this will not be the live for you. I would suggest you exit now. If you a motherfucker that's not comfortable in your own skin and how you really living and what's going on, and you one of them, oh, I know about money and business ass niggas and don't know nothing about money and business, this ain't the live for you. You probably want to go ahead and exit out this motherfucker while you can. Just being honest, I'm keeping it all the way real with niggas today. We talking some different type of shit. We on niggas' asses, pause, and we on all the bullshit. We on all the bullshit. We on all the motherfucking bullshit, dog. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Let's get it. We on all the bullshit today. Let me kick off some music real quick. We're going to get this motherfucker turned up. Y'all get ready. Get your weed ready. Get your alcohol ready. Get comfortable in your chairs, your car, whatever you on, man. We finna play something real quick, and we going to get to it, nigga. We talking all the bullshit. All y'all motherfuckers who be talking about money this and what niggas is making, man. Y'all shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I don't hate y'all niggas. I just hate how you niggas think. Y'all sound dumb as fuck, dog. Y'all niggas is them niggas that'll say y'all will pass up the $500,000 to sit down and have a dinner with Jay-Z. $500K to sit down with Jay-Z. Man, shut the fuck up, nigga. That should be a motherfucking question that any nigga would take. Nigga, we finna get to the bullshit. Hold on just a second, man. Let me drop something real quick, man. What do I want to play, bro? Let me play this. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to play LLC, man. It's the time for some LLC, man. LLC, because we talking business, nigga. We going to play LLC, nigga, since we talking business right now. Yeah. We finna get to the bullshit, nigga. Hey.
Let's go, yeah.
Put your neighborhoods in.
I'm a walking business, nigga.
Put your neighborhoods in. Put your city in, your business. Whatever you repping, I'm doing shout outs right now. Shout out to the whole replay gang who gonna catch this on replay, on the playback and everything like that. We leaving this motherfucker up today. Type in your business, type in your YouTube channel, your Instagram name. Yo, whatever you got going, we shot that bitch out today, nigga. Type it in. Real business, nigga. We talking real business. Shout out to 956 Texas, man, for shit show. 956 it is. Mars Lord DJ. 1000, my nigga.
Think about my safety, so I bulletproof the SUV, the AP on my wrist, inside the clutch.
720 Woodworks LLC, my nigga AC, y'all make sure y'all tap in. 720 Woodworks LLC on Instagram. Go get your issue, man.
Feel like my soul corrupt. All these players in this circle, you gon' get so busy.
Shout out to Mars Lord DJ, man. Shout out to the Own Mute Podcast for shit show. Y'all know how we rockin', man. Y'all go tap in with the Own Mute Podcast, nigga. We on all the bullshit today, nigga. What's good, your nigga Thompson? What's going down, man? Everybody coming in. Shout out to everybody. 956 Texas. Shout out to Kobe Finney, Pink Meadows. We on the bullshit. Shout out Shock Diesel. Philly in this motherfucker, Big Larry. My nigga Beezy, CW. Everybody in this motherfucker, shout out, man. G Lover, what's good? We on all the bullshit, man. We finna get to it. We here, Central Cab. New Money, what's good, nigga? We on all the bullshit, nigga. Shout out to Florida, my nigga. Rockin' skill. Shout out to the Twitch, J Blaze from 944. Shout out to Bar County. All my woes out there, all my zoes out there. Everybody in motherfucking Florida, man. We rockin', nigga. Hey, man. Let's get to this bullshit right now. Let's get to this motherfucking bullshit. All right, I want to address some shit, man. My nigga Beat say get the lights up. Personally, shout out to everybody who like it, subscribing, and all that. We gonna drop videos regardless, nigga. Shout out to Mississippi. If you know one thing about it, I'm gonna make content regardless. I don't give a fuck about the likes. I don't give a fuck about the views. I'm gonna post on Instagram. I'm gonna take pictures, fresh or not, same outfit, 2-3 days straight, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm gonna drop a video, 500. I'm interviewing niggas, whatever, nigga. I'm at the gas station doing interviews. I'm at motherfucking Louisiana Fried Chicken doing interviews, nigga. We pull up to all podcasts that's working and active. I'm collabing with niggas, working with artists. If you active and you working and pushing, I'm rocking with your shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you the best rapper or not. If you invest in all your shit, I respect and I support that, my nigga. Shout out to Janika Thompson, North Carolina, baby. I know you be supporting heavy. That's love. Shout out to North Carolina. Rory and Mal hit the jackpot. Let's go there. Hey, man, that's a crazy-ass motherfucking AV, Haji Mims. You a wild motherfucker for that one, man. Shout out to Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to Money Man, Louisville to Florida. My nigga AC say, shout out to Mal and Rory for getting that bag they would have never got with Joe. And I want to be clear, it seems that way. But I'll be real. We don't know what they was making with Joe, but I can say it don't seem like they would have got $10 million and ownership. And Joe, for niggas like Joe who might watch this and see this, if you tell a nigga they can't see the books, that mean they ain't got no ownership. So we know they wouldn't get no ownership. It is what it is, my nigga. That's factual. And that's what we gonna talk about today, the facts. Ownership. 10 million. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was $1 million. What I do want to do for y'all motherfuckers who slow and dumb, who gonna catch this on the replay, because I think everybody here right now pretty much agree with what I'm saying. Niggas is acting like $10 million ain't no money. Niggas is acting like 150,000 ain't no money. Let me be very clear with you niggas who think like that. Not everybody here. Niggas who got that in their head. They couldn't see the books. They couldn't see the accountant. You not an owner. I want to be clear. If you making over $150,000 a year, you are in the top 10% of America that's in when it comes to money. 10%. 10% of America makes over 150,000. Only 10%. That means if we talk in this chat right now, maybe 6 people. But we talking about millions of people, fam, now. All these people in my chats, all these people in my motherfucking comments, all these people in my video comments. Oh man, Joe, $10 million. Joe just bought a Maybach. Joe just bought a Maybach, bro. Who gives a fuck? Shout out to Joe Budden. They didn't sign this deal to tear Joe Budden down. They signed the deal because it's a $10 million deal, nigga. Rappers is not getting $10 million deals. If you have 50,000 Instagram followers right now, if we was to break it down percentage, and the way the world works, your followers might not even fall into this bracket. If you have 50,000 Instagram followers right now on your platform, if we going by the facts, at the most, 100 to 200 of them might make over 150,000. D'Amico Greenleaf, if they sign 10 million a piece, which it sounds like they would sign 10 million as a group because it's called Rory and Mal podcast. It sounds like they would sign 10 million together. They got 5 mil. People is talking about, well, after taxes and after expenses and this and this and that, they don't really have that much, my nigga. Their job is to take care of them motherfucking sales, bro. 5 million, you can take 2.5 million in taxes from me. I got 2.5 million left, my nigga. I'm great. Niggas is acting like this the last piece of money that they can get. Like their life is over. We don't even know how long the deal is for. Does it really fucking matter? A lot of people won't make $1 million in their lifetime or sign anything worth of millions. No, let's be clear. That's still more than most people in the U.S. That's more than 90%. Actually, if you make $1 million in a year or whatever, you made more than 95% of the people in the U.S. That's not most people. That's 95%. Let's get that direct and clear. They just started this podcast, yeah. They worked with Joe on the podcast, but this their first time signing their own brand. They saying they got creative control. They got ownership. Hey, nigga, if somebody gonna give me ownership, nigga, show me where the fuck do I sign. Show me where I signed it, nigga. Ownership for 10 mil. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was 3 years. As long as y'all gonna let me go out here and make my own money too and do what I do and hustle on the side, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? No, 1 mil a year is great. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Shout out to Central Cal. $1 million a year is great, my nigga. If you make $1 million in a year, you have made more than 95% of the people in America. That means me. That probably means everybody in this chat. That probably means all of your damn near all of your Instagram, bro. Most people are not making that much money, fam. Yeah, Lydia got a point. They probably would have got more, to be honest, if they keep 100% ownership. But bro, whether it's 10 million or $1 million or whatever. Whatever the million is. Most people are not making $200,000 a year to do what they want to do. The people that are making $150,000 to $200,000 a year, most of them are not doing what they want to really do. That's just the hustle they found. But these niggas get to sit down and talk for 2 days out the week. 2 days out the week. And it depends on the lifestyle you choose to live also. But at the end of the day, most people that's on earth won't ever have that opportunity. Won't have that opportunity. We all got goals, but the world is becoming so watered down and diluted. Niggas sign a $10 million deal, and niggas is like, oh man, that ain't that much, man, when you break it all down. What, nigga? Where is you niggas from? Let me know who raised y'all niggas. Where did y'all grow up at? How rich are you niggas' parents? How rich are you niggas' parents, man? If I'm Rory and I'm Mal, nigga, and I just got out of a bad situation, and in less than 7 months, 6 months, I kicked my own shit off, probably did 10 or 15 episodes, I'm able to work a deal. My nigga, I ain't gonna shoot myself short. Nigga come through this bitch with 500,000, my nigga. Where the fuck do I sign? I stay in Texas, my nigga. I stay in Texas. 500,000, I'm straight. Let's go, nigga. I'm taking a deal, nigga. I'm taking a deal for 100,000. I ain't finna sign my life away. We gotta go through the dynamics and the details on this motherfucker. But all y'all niggas in the comments, that's who I really want to come in here. Them fake woke, fake smart niggas. I'm gonna read y'all some of these comments. Okay. Y'all niggas dumb as fuck. Y'all niggas dumb as fuck talking like that. I'm gonna read y'all some of these comments, bro. I'm gonna read y'all some of these comments so y'all can see how crazy these niggas sound. Hold on, man, I got like 10 things going on. My bad, y'all. My motherfucking bad. We about to get back to it, though. Hold on, real quick. If they get 250 to 300,000 a year out the deal, that's right on, Amos Johnson. Right on, Amos Johnson. TK Kirkland, my nigga in here, man. My boy said he was coming through. TK Kirkland, what you think about this deal Rory and Mal signed, my nigga? You probably told him to sign it, huh, TK? That nigga TK Kirkland, hell, man. No Limit Capital, what's good, man? Sistro 101 say not only do they get the deal, you get money from other avenues too. They have 100% ownership, so the sponsor money is going to be more than a deal potentially. Yep. I like that. We don't know all the details of the deal. That's what people got to understand also. That's what we got to understand. Hey, this nigga TK Kirkland. Hell, boy. Hey, man, whatever niggas see TK Kirkland, I don't know what your plans is, nigga. But everybody know you trolling, bro. So you be going overboard sometimes, TK Kirkland, with the trolling. Sometimes you go overboard, nigga. But I don't know what you gonna do with your shit. Eventually, you gonna have to show your face, nigga. This nigga hell, no. Okay. So, y'all want to get into the Joe part? We'll get into the Joe part. Hold on just a second, man. Okay. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me send this. All right, let's get into this Joe. Y'all say only thing Joe can do now is go on Academics Podcast for Get Back. So I don't want to turn this into a competition, but people is naturally gonna do that. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, dog. If you watching how this shit all unraveled, some people are choosing sides in this, and like I tell people, feel how you feel about Joe, feel how you feel about Rory and Mal, but we gonna play on the facts, fam. I'm gonna play it in a second. Where Joe actually told Mal the podcast was none of his business. Now, Joe responded to the write-up that Mal did on the Vulture. Mal had said that the character, when Joe showed him his character, that's what made him leave. That's what made him like, hey, man, you showing some real character issues now. And you doing all this to everybody else, it's just a matter of time before you do the same thing to me. And Joe responded to that today yesterday, he responded to that with, they question your character once you stop taking care of them. So Joe went back to that narrative that he was taking care of Mal again. He exposed all this information, fam. And people is acting like I'm choosing a side. All I said was, hey, we wouldn't have known no personal motherfucking information if this nigga hadn't told us the shit. Whatever went on with Rory and Mal behind the scenes, the only people that knew about them were who knew them personally and everybody in their circle. Joe Budden got that 1 million fucking YouTube subscribers, man. He went on there and told them. Went on there and told them. We all have flaws as people. We ain't trying to single Joe out, but I'm just keeping it real. Joe went on there, and you make mistakes growing up, man. You make mistakes growing up. You make mistakes. You got to live and you learn from them. We all ain't nobody perfect. But once you 40 years old and you going on your platform and putting out your homies' personal business, who you get money with, who work with you, it's not going to turn out good. That's just what it is, fam. There was a lot of things that Joe should have never. We should know some of the shit that we know or we think we know. But then you force them to have to respond and tell their side of the motherfucking story. And that's what happened with Rory and Mal, man. So use others' mistakes and other things that people did that didn't work out well for them. Use those so when you go through these type of things, you know how to navigate. I'm getting better. I'm learning how to navigate more. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still figuring this shit out, bro. But learn though. Learn from your shit. Learn from that shit.
Power on.
I agree with Joe on that. The pod business problem was Mal business on air. That's different. You agree with Joe on that? What you mean, bro? I agree with Joe on that. What you agree with him? What you mean by that? TK Kirkland, bro. That nigga said Joe not lying all the way. I was in Target with Joe and Mal when Joe told Mal he wasn't buying him no laundry detergent. This nigga sick as fuck, dog. Oh, man. Y'all hit the Cash App if y'all want to, man. Shout out to the boy Kobe Finney. We ain't really tripping on the Cash App, man. We gonna have fun today, man. You know, I'm never really tripping on the Cash App. I need to get that bitch where it just stay at the bottom of that hole and shit like that. Stay the bottom of the screen. Now, so I did want to know what you mean. Like, Joe put that business out there. Joe is the one who threatened to sue them niggas. Good point. Demarcio Greenleaf. We all have flaws. It's when you're stubborn and refuse to become better that your character comes into question. Facts. Dog say Joe's paying them in Target gift cards. Y'all niggas is hell, bro. Shout out to everybody, man. So no, this is what I want to put out there, bro. When you got on there and you said you was gonna sue them, they responded to that because understand when they just signed a deal, the Vulture magazine, the one that interviewed them, and I got the link in the descriptions of my last two videos, so y'all can go to the Vulture and read that write-up to get a better understanding if you need to. If you threaten to sue somebody, when somebody interviews them, they're going to ask where does that stand because they just signed the deal. They signed a non-compete disclosure from what Joe said, meaning that they cannot go anywhere else and do business on the podcast, which I don't really understand why they would have to sign that if they are partners in this. But they probably just went along with the flow and took it like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But they said, Joe, this is coming from Rory and Mal. They're not worried about that. They're not worried about that because if Joe was to sue them, it would expose a lot. Sinistro 101 say Joe been trying to save face since Rory and Mal called his bluff. More than likely, his lawyer told him to chill to avoid another audit. That's facts. TK say Joe signed them boys to a 360. Seems that way. Maybe Rory and Mal are still under contract. That's false. He said they were in breach of their contract, but understand if you go to court with it, everything got to come out. Everything got to come out if you go to court, man. If you go to court, you talking about suing niggas, and they saying you ain't gave them your money and all this, you're going to have to provide documents to everything that went on. Everything that went on, man. What's good? Into the Streets TV. What's good? Everybody coming in. Shout out to everybody's going to catch this on replay, the whole replay game. Yep, all this has been a display of ego and hurt feelings. And understand, they came in this shit as friends, man. I can't remember how long Joe said the non-compete clause was, but at the end of the day, if you a real nigga, you ain't trying to hold your partners back from going to get money if they don't owe you no money. That's just what it is. They ain't owing you no money in business, that you ain't putting no money in it. Like, hey, here go 100,000 to get your business started. Bam. Say like if I give one of my niggas some money, right? He go take off in his business. Hey, dog, I'm not tripping with you. Get right. Give me my money back. Give my money back when you get right. But I'm not finna sue you. I'm not finna sue my niggas. I'm not finna take y'all to court. Especially on some shit that we built together. The only way that you will get sued if you run off with my portion of the money. And it just would have to be a hell of a lot because I still wouldn't sue my niggas. I'd just be like, all right, bro, that's how you got out. You took that. But if that money's dependent on my livelihood, and it's fucking up my business, then I'm going to just keep pleading with you. Say, bro, I don't want to go to court, bro, dog. We partners, bro. I'm not suing my niggas, though. That ain't what's up. Money should not come between you and your friends. I'm not going to sue my partners. That's just me. I'm not taking my niggas through court. I'm not serving my niggas no papers. I wouldn't even threaten to sue. I wouldn't threaten to sue nobody. That just ain't my thing. You feel me? To each his own, though. To each his own. I'm not with the suing niggas. That just ain't my thing. That ain't my get down. That is not my get down. But like I say, I'm the nigga, if my partners is getting money, they shining, I'm happy for them, bro. I'm happy for my niggas. I ain't mad when my niggas is getting they shine on, bro. And Joe got to understand it, but I would never not be fair to my niggas. If I know I'm making a certain amount of money and my niggas is supposed to be getting a percentage of this money, they getting that. Any questions they got, it's going to be there for them. The answers are going to be there. They won't ever have to wonder or question my character about some money. They won't have to question my character about some money. And Joe obviously was not on that type of time. He wouldn't provide them with the information they wanted. If Rory and Mal was my niggas and they asked me what's going on with the business, we sitting down and we having that conversation. They were having issues for 2 years. They had been having issues since 2019. Even when they signed the Spotify deal. When I go back and sign the deal, hey, my niggas, we in this together, bro. We in this together. This is this, this is this, this is that. This what they talking about. Hey, man, read up on this. Da-da-da, but keep this between us. Joe up there talking about, oh, man, they told me that if I couldn't, if I showed y'all the contract, that I could possibly, I could get sued. What, nigga? You could get sued, but then you go on there and expose all the contract shit anyways, Joe. That don't even make sense. It makes no type of sense, bro. And you got to understand that. This ain't to tear Joe Budden down. This is just speaking facts, bro. A lot of y'all hate to hear the truth, bro. A lot of y'all hate to hear the truth. And like I said, nigga, I wouldn't have even had started a podcast if it wasn't for Joe Budden. I'ma always give dog his credit. Go look back, and I got so many videos you can't even go through all them motherfuckers. I was the nigga that made a video congratulating them on the motherfucking cat on the goddamn deal for Spotify. I made videos when Joe left Complex and was like, I felt him. I felt him. I've always saluted Joe for this shit. I've always saluted Joe for this shit. This nigga TK Kirkland crazy. Yeah, work it out, bro. Like, this is a team. You need a team. Understand that. To get to that level of a podcast, if you're not just interviewing people, which Joe Budden does not do, he does not like walking with people. He's not talking. He's not a person that likes to talk to a lot of people. You don't like to talk to a lot of people. You don't like to deal with a lot of people. Guess what? Guess what? If you don't like to talk to a lot of people, you don't like to deal with a lot of people, that means you're not going to be able to have a podcast where you talk to people. So that means this is a podcast where it's an interaction podcast. This isn't just where I'm just sitting on the microphone talking. The podcast became lit because we see friends interacting with each other. The podcast wouldn't have been the same if it was just Joe Budden sitting on there talking by himself. Joe is most definitely the most talented and the most biggest personality and the standout personality of the podcast. Rory and Mal didn't deny that, which was why they did say they was cool with him getting a bigger split. Meaning they telling you like, hey, fam, we gonna let you lead. We gonna let you run this shit. But at the same time, you got to show us some respect. Joe got, we got somebody on here, Champ's bag. So why did you rip Joe apart for firing Rory and Mal when it's known they were deliberately sabotaging the podcast? How were they deliberately sabotaging the podcast when they're coming in there and they're not happy? Joe told Rory not to come back. That's disrespectful. He told him stay at home, take a couple parts off without running it by the team. Joe signed a deal with Spotify. Did not run any of this by the team. What was going on? Then went and signed a deal with Patreon without telling the team what was going on. Without telling them what's going on, fam. Champ's bag, you sound biased. Do you want to come up and join? Are you willing to cut your camera on? Let's talk about it. Champ's bag. Because you're not making any sense now. Yeah, Rory was pissed off at him. Rory said that. Rory admitted that he behaved a certain way. Rory said he didn't want it to go down like this at all. Eating with China Boo says, so he was doing the slick underhanded shit under the table. Let's just be clear. If he could do it by yourself, then why did they not offer him another $10 million for himself? Who are you talking about, eating with China Boo? I think Joe let fear from failing again, so he acted like people did him dirty, thinking that that's the only way to be successful. I don't know. Okay, like I said, you said he came in for 2 months and looked at his phone. Bro, they said that Joe would not give them the account or tell them what was going on for 2 years. Your natural human energy is going to start to fall off. Right or wrong. Y'all acting like niggas ain't humans. You coming to work every day. You don't like how shit is being ran. Rory said this. Joe telling us and acting like everything was obtainable. They could get all the information they wanted. That he would talk to them. That he would listen to ideas. But they say behind the scenes, when they went to Joe and told them certain shit, he'd get an attitude and get mad and not want to talk about it. Champs Bag, you're not listening to what I'm saying. They were not signed to salary, Champs Bag. You're putting opinions out here. Rory and Mal said that they were not salary employees. They were profit percentage employees, meaning I need to see how much we're making, my nigga. What part of that don't you understand, Champs Bag? If I sign a contract for a percentage partner, that doesn't mean you pay me $50,000 a month. That means I get a percentage of the profits. Do you understand that? So I need to see my portion of the profits. I don't just need to see a check. Joe said himself that they could not see the books. That means you're not letting them see how much you're making. Joe has flip-flopped back and forth like 3 or 4 times. Has he or has he not? He's apologized. If you're not wrong, what are you apologizing for? Champs Bag, what is he apologizing for? I'm pretty sure they not all the way. They probably could have done some things differently too. They probably could have done some things that could have been done better too. I'm not putting it all on Joe. It's a piece of everybody. But all I'm saying is Joe has flip-flopped back and forth. I'm asking people to come up. They ain't coming up. Who gonna come up and stay? Who believe? Who want to come up and talk about that from the other side? Champs Bag, do you want to cut your camera on and come on? They never told us how much the Spotify deal was, which we don't need to know. But if Joe is coming on here acting like it's a team thing, then I'm thinking they part of the decision making. We later find out they're not part of the decision making. So is that cool? Is that fair? Is that all the way understandable? Yes or no? Y'all answer that for me, man. Champs Bag is Joe's burner. Joe, if that's you, come on, nigga. Talk your shit, Joe. Because, hey, I'm just saying it is what it is. And I'm going to play that video in a second for y'all where the energy, the conversation, the way that Joe was talking to them online had gotten crazy. And I'm the type of nigga like, whoa, nigga, are we even, like Mal said, nigga, are we even friends at this point? No, the Spotify deal does matter because they saying it's going back to that. TK said he handled Joe's burner account. No need to wonder. Ice and Ish is great, man. Wayne's World LLC. Ice and Ish is good. Think about this. Ice and Ish is in the best position. I get to show up 2 times a week, get a bag to talk shit. I know I didn't take part in building this podcast. I wasn't here from before 100 episodes. I wasn't here for years and years. I wasn't going on tour. I wasn't here before the money came. This shit is already established. Fam. Did Spotify show Joe the books? Did Complex show Joe the books? No. What is so ungrateful? Why I saw his 2 ungrateful snakes hatching a plan to rip the business from him. We found out Maul was doing bad before the pod. Champs Bag, I don't know if you trolling, but you won't bring your camera on. I mean, you won't join in, so I just have to think that you either have a personal issue or you're trolling or you just as dumb as you sound, fam. Was Joe rich before the goddamn podcast, nigga? Joe would tell you himself he was broke before this. You that nigga that probably say $10 million ain't no money, huh? That's you. That's the type of nigga you is, Champs Bag. $10 million ain't no money. Get your motherfucking ass on, nigga. That bullshit. Like I said, is Joe Budden's podcast where it is today without Rory and Mal? Joe Budden didn't even have this many YouTube subscribers before the Joe Budden podcast came, my nigga. Facts. If you know, you know. Emma, you is the type of person that don't like to hear the truth. I'm combating the bullshit that people don't want to understand. So if you don't want to hear the truth, be quiet. But if you type some bullshit in here, I'm going to address it. I told niggas I was on the bullshit tonight. If I work, I've had jobs before. If a nigga talk to me the way Joe Budden talked to them niggas that day, nigga, we might fucking fight. Understand that. I'm not talking to nobody disrespectful on no camera. I'm not finna, we can have a debate. We can have a heated discussion. We can go back and forth. Do you want me to play the video of the shit this nigga said? Y'all want me to play that video real quick? Ain't nothing abusive about this shit, Emma. If you don't like it, nigga, oh well. Man, Emma ain't no subscriber because he know I'm speaking facts. Guess what? One thing about the media in the world, people love to watch what they know is true, whether it hurts them or not. Just understand that. See, I'm not on here spreading no lies and talking bullshit and all this, man. I'm speaking facts. And this is why niggas come back to this motherfucker when they say they not. This is why niggas say they gonna unsubscribe, but they still tap in. Even if they do unsubscribe, they gonna search Urban Politicians TV because they know I'm speaking the motherfucking facts, nigga. I ain't putting my feelings in this shit. Just know that. That's why motherfuckers come back. That's why motherfuckers tap in. Because they know, nigga, I'm going to tell you the difference between my opinions and the facts. That's the thing with me. I'm going to tell you the difference between the opinions and the facts. I'm going to let you know what my opinion is. And then I'm going to let you know what the facts is. So let me give y'all this video real quick. Y'all hold on just a second, nigga. We going to play the video that shows y'all why they left the Joe Budden podcast, man. Why they left the Joe Budden podcast. Y'all hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Y'all hold on just a motherfucking second. For 26 minutes straight. Some of y'all saw this before already.
It shouldn't be. I'm your friend. That's the point that I'm making to you.
Sometimes you gotta fight your friends, though, man.
I would not.
I don't.
I would not.
Yeah.
I would
Hold
not.
on,
Not
y'all.
at 40.
Not me.
Not at 40.
Not at 40.
me.
23, you fight your
Fuck
friends.
no, at 40, I'm not fighting.
Come on.
Who the fuck said we was friends?
The hell do I live?
I'm not fighting none of my friends at 40. No.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this? The JBP boys are not here.
So when 6 weeks in a row happened of Rory challenging me to a fight and his hands, and
y'all
me
watch
not
this
being
for a
so
second.
comfortable in that because I
Watch
don't
this for a
necessarily
second.
play like that, and I'm listening back. And to me, I'm being expressive, saying, "Yo, man, I don't play like that with my friends." And on the playback, I hear him say, "Yeah, but what if we're not friends?" Whoa, I got to take a look at that. Yeah, I attempted to address it, man. I hear Rory and say, "Yo, dog, do me a favor, take a couple paws off." And I gotta be honest, it didn't go to great.
It did not.
To me, it was more so like, yo, is this still respect as friends here? Like, fuck, like performing and entertainment. Like,
Right.
as friends, is it still respect here?
Right.
Because if it's
Listen,
not,
y'all.
then let it be that, and we can go our separate ways as men.
You have a really good tendency of seeing an open wound and
Don't do that.
throwing an entire can of salt on it.
We built something together, and we have an issue, and then you tell one of our co-hosts, "Yo, listen, don't come in." I'm like, well, damn, that's something I think that all three of us should have sat down and talked about before you made that decision.
Out of defense, no, that's Joe. That's Joe.
I don't know if that happened.
I'm not. It did. I was there.
You niggas left your job, Mo.
That's not what happened, Joe. Joe, you looked me in my face and told me this show was none of my
Oh,
business.
listen.
Yeah,
That's what you told me.
Hold
I
on.
was there.
That's not crazy to you?
Hold on, y'all.
My business.
Yeah.
Defense, no.
I want, what's homie name? Pay attention to this. Answer this since you want to play like I'm not speaking facts. You've been working on this shit for 4, 5, 6 years with your homie. Coming in when they wasn't getting paid. When they were doing this shit for free before the money came. I've been helping you build this. You done signed multiple deals. All this shit going on. Champ's back. That's probably Joe, like y'all said. Okay, I'm finna play the clip. Listen to what, since you think Joe kept it so silent, this was his opportunity to tell them niggas what was really going on. I'm gonna show you what he did. When he told them, when Dog told him, hey, this business, you looked me in my face and told me this podcast was none of my business. That was Joe's chance to stand on that and say, yeah, it ain't. It's mine. But let's see what Joe did right there. Since everybody acted like Joe was so straightforward and he was let's see.
Oh, that's Joe. That's Joe.
I don't know if that happened.
I'm not. It did. I was there.
You niggas left your job, Mo.
That's not what happened, Joe. Joe, you looked me in my
Here
face
we
and
go.
told me this show was none of my business.
Yeah,
That's what you told me.
I was there.
That's not crazy to you?
I think it's a defense mechanism. That's just what you do. You don't.
He sat there. He sat there, fam, and breathed. Come on, man. Be for real. What world is y'all living in? These niggas is friends, dog. These niggas lived together before this. You know this is hey, man. What's up? He sat there and breathed. Why he didn't stand on that? Hey, you got that for me. TK, you be watching my shit for real. You say, I told Joe to talk to them like a middle-aged white man. Hey, that nigga do be talking like a middle-aged white man. You not answering the question, Champ's bag. Answer the motherfucking question, my nigga. See, that's what gets me upset with niggas like you. These are the type of people I can't hang with. These are the type of people I can't deal with. because you talk in circles. It's disrespectful to a man if we talking about something and you trying to outsmart me with your conversation. I punched one of my partners in the face like that before because he did some super disrespectful shit that I should have just whooped his ass for off the rip. So I went to him like a man and said, hey, fam, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this, my nigga. What's going on? He got the talking fly. I said, no, stay on the topic, my nigga, because you playing with my intelligence now. Don't play with nobody intelligence. That's stupid as fuck. And I'm not I don't put my hands on people, but he had already crossed the line. Don't cross the line with playing with people's intelligence, man, because I'm not a violent person. I'm not ignorant. I'm not stupid. I'm not a gangster. I'm none of that. But see, that nigga had already crossed the line, just like Joe had crossed the line with Rory and Mal. So once it's time to discuss these problems, we face to face, you already crossed the line. It's on camera you crossed the line. When a motherfucker play with your intelligence in your face after showing you that he don't respect you and he disrespected you already. Plus, Rory and Mal said they had already been hearing shit, if I ain't mistaken. It's called respect, man. So you already disrespected me. You already crossed me. So then I'm in your face and we talking about this directly and you get to talking in circles like I'm stupid. Nah, that ain't how that work. But guess what, nigga? We'll continue. We'll continue.
Don't mince words.
You niggas ain't brought shit. Ain't got the nerve to have y'all fucking representation and ain't been around in 6 years. Hit Ian phone about something.
You say what you feel, and it might not be the best thing to say at that particular time.
There's years between you and somebody. There's certain ways you handle things. Like you go about things a certain way. You give people that certain respect to be like, yo, listen, let's try to fix this. And if we can't, you saying what you said to me was really nuts. I'm like, wait, hold, now I really don't know what's going on. You tell Rory not to come in and record, and then you tell me this show was none of my business. And then when he asked you what you meant, you didn't even offer an explanation. That was even more nuts.
Oh.
My ears are like this.
Oh, did y'all hear that? They asked him, what did he meant when he said don't come in? He didn't even give an explanation. He didn't even ask him. He said, man, I can't, don't come in. He said, why not? He didn't give him an explanation. Dawg said, that nigga said surviving Joe Budden coming soon. Oh, man. Surviving Joe Budden coming soon. Y'all niggas is crazy. I'm just saying the display that I saw. I don't know what went on behind the scenes, man. I don't know what went on behind the scenes. Joe might had every right to do what he do. Joe might have the right to do what he do. This is not Joe Budden slander. I'm only showing the facts. He showed a bad display of communication. He showed a bad display of communication. Well, why didn't Joe just say he's the boss from the jump? Why would Joe try to say it's a team thing? Why would Joe complain, Amos Johnson? And Amos Johnson, you got your face on it. Why don't you come on and stand on this, bro? We can have a cool conversation. I won't yell or holler. We can talk. Let's talk, fam. Because I'm tired of the narrative of everybody talking about $10 million ain't nothing. And Joe got, bro, what the fuck? Is you niggas crazy? Is y'all niggas crazy? Like, where you niggas from? What neighborhood you niggas from? What how rich was you niggas' parents? Now, all I'm going off of is what Joe displayed. Joe had the bigger name. But guess what? If somebody works on something for years, bro, I'm a creator. How many of y'all in here are actually creators? Let me ask y'all that. Because a lot of people have input on things. A lot of people have a lot of input, but y'all ain't never created nothing. Y'all ain't never built nothing. Y'all ain't never got in y'all car and drove to something twice a week for free. Y'all ain't never went on tour. Y'all ain't never lost sleep. Y'all ain't never put y'all emotions and feelings in trying to build and grow off of some shit. Y'all ain't never sacrificed y'all time away or nothing like that. So it's easy to say what's what and, oh, well, he's this and that. It don't matter, fam. They was there. If they there, if a nigga come on a podcast with me for 3 years and he there, every time it's time to shoot, whether I like his performance or not, he's still here. He still is part of this. He still took time out of his day to come. That means he's a part of my process. That means he's a team player. It's just like basketball. Can one nigga go on a basketball team and win by himself? No, he can't. This is a group podcast. If it was a single podcast, Joe Budden would have been on there by himself. If you could do it by yourself, why didn't you do it by yourself? Earl Finkeller, I don't know if are you trying to say, what do you mean by this, Earl Finkeller? I want you to join in. Since the other two don't want to join in, do you want to join in, Earl Finkeller? What do you mean? Are all basketball players on a team equally or paid for their roles? Let's talk about it. So were you tapping into Joe Budden? Were you watching Joe Budden YouTube channel when Joe Budden had a YouTube channel by himself? Answer me that. When Joe Budden had a YouTube channel by himself, were you paying attention to it? Be honest. Mr. Chaps Bags. Were you watching Joe Budden's YouTube channel when it was by himself? We not talking about what y'all like, fam. That's the difference. How impactful was Joe Budden TV to the culture, just being honest, before they started the Joe Budden podcast? How many people, how often was Joe Budden TV trending before the Joe Budden podcast? Earl Finkeller, you asking me if they should be paid equal. That's not even part of the discussion. That's not even a conflict. That was never an issue. Should they be paid equal? That was never an issue. See, y'all ain't did y'all research, man. We not arguing about the talent or who y'all like better, bro. That's why y'all are, this is why certain people can do this, what I'm doing. You can be biased on your platform if you want to, but I don't want to have a biased platform. That's not my thing. I'm not into running a biased platform. I'm going to speak the facts. No. Joe did them a favor, like they said. If Joe was to sue, everything would have to come out. Did you not hear that? I'll put that in my video. I'm sure you watched it, Chaps Bag. If Joe sue, everything come out. Everything come out. Everything come out. That's all I'm saying. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to do like two different things, man. Hold on. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My bad. We finna get to it. I'm finna play this. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna play this and let y'all watch more of this shit.
It's a real simple fight. There's nothing going on. There's not even a fight.
Not really.
I told both these guys.
It's not a money thing.
It's a miscommunication. It can't be a money thing. It's too much money to go around.
Correct.
Miscommunication.
It's too much money to go around. It'll never be a money thing. It won't never be that with me.
We were trying to just get some type of accounting since 2019, maybe?
No, way before that. He flipped the fuck out, called me insecure for wanting to have a contract.
Yeah, we just wanted the accounting. And I from what I remember in 2019, when we finally got it, it was a quote unquote $400 and something thousand mistake.
You know, we've all heard the horror stories of fucking business from your mouth directly, if nowhere else. So people have fears that there's shit happening, maybe, or unclear if there's shit happening.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I turned into that guy.
I know.
And I would hope that I have people around me that if for some strange reason I started turning into that guy, they would check me.
I don't care if me and you are best friends. If you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. You was wrong to tell Rory not to come in and record. That was wrong. So I don't know what accountant makes a $400,000 mistake.
So,
but okay, you know, nobody's perfect. So I'm putting that out there. But it was just a little weird to me.
Hey, let's step even further than that, because there's people running around putting mud on my name. Not Rory and Mal. Don't y'all think that. I would never use the platform that they helped to build to say a negative utterance about them. It's not who Joe is.
Oh. The platform that they helped to build. Champ's Bag. Did you hear that? He said it. I would never use the platform that they helped to build to say a negative thing about them. Champ's Bag, you heard that, huh? I would never use the platform. I need everybody that's in here. This was before. I would never use the platform that they helped to build. You're not answering the question, my nigga. TK say he know where the 400K mistake went, but I ain't no snitch. The platform they helped build. The platform they helped build. The platform they helped build. You want me to rewind that, my nigga? That came out of his mouth. He said that plenty of times they helped build the platform. Come on now. I didn't hear what he said about it. What did he say? I ain't hear what he said. Never mind, Champs Bag. You lost the debate. I think everybody in the chat knows, but I like when people like you come in here because I don't want everybody to agree with me. And it makes for more entertaining content when I have somebody to go back and forth with. See, people are attracted, more tuned in, so you doing me a favor. You doing me a favor when you come in here and say all this shit, man.
I never saw the day.
What day?
That y'all would not be here.
I never saw the tail with you when you would look me in my face and tell me it's none of my business.
When you hear these two gentlemen speaking about day one, neither one of them were present day one.
The original SoundCloud, episode number 1, and our SoundCloud is under my email. I set that entire page up on episode 1. My man's did the artwork in retrospect. Not the greatest.
Right.
Rory popped up around episode 9. 10, 11, 12, one of those, 16. It was somewhere around there. Nobody asked him to.
Champs Bag. I have a business, you asshole. You own it. This is my business, nigga. I have a podcast, nigga. I've actually done 2 podcasts. I have a business. This is why I can speak. I actually create. It don't matter. I employ myself, nigga. I employ myself. I employ myself. Now you want to take personal shots. And this is the thing, fam. I'll never be able to respect your name. I don't know what you look like because you won't come up here and show your face. So now everything you say is you just a little, a nigga that hides behind burner accounts to me, bro. But understand, creating is creating, whether you own the business or not. You don't know what it's like to get up and go do something every day that you have faith in or you believe in to not get paid for it. Niggas be hating because Ant gonna speak the facts, man. That's one thing about me, bro. If I was lying, I'd tell you I was lying. Or if it was an opinion, I'd tell you it was opinion. Y'all niggas don't be wanting to hear the facts. We gonna play some more. And it's so crazy because you acting like I'm making this shit up. I'm playing it, and it's Joe Budden talking. You can see him on the camera talking. It ain't like I'm telling you something the nigga saying and doing. He's saying this shit out his own mouth. He's saying that shit out his own mouth. Fat Trail just came home. Shout out to Fat Trail. 5 years.
Nowhere was he in my thought process.
But to say I popped up on episode 20 is a little weird. Super weird. And then to say I wasn't even on your brain, period, when it came to, what I want to do with this podcast. So you sat me down on episode 5 and said, hey, can you come on this podcast, please?
I don't feel like you should be able to say we created it together if you leave it so freely.
We've addressed that.
I know.
And you agreed with it and then danced around it and then agreed with it again and then did more semantics. So I'm not going to address that anymore.
Okay. I've been sitting here growing a resentment toward my friends. I psychoanalyze my friendships. And in doing so with Mal, him and I have been through everything in the world together. We've gone to jail. We fucked the women.
He psychoanalyzes his friends. I thought that was the weirdest fucking thing on earth.
Right. You understand that
just
now.
Simply,
you understand what that energy was about now.
We've done this. We've done that. We've done it
You
all.
guys lived together for how many years?
He lived with me for a certain amount of years.
Oh, I lived with you. You making it sound like, nigga, I wasn't. When you met me, I had money in my pocket, nigga. I might have had more money in my pocket than you had if we keeping it 100.
My position in his life has always been one of protection.
And open arms, I think.
If this relationship were ever transactional from way back yonder, that has been one way.
So don't try to paint me like I'm some nigga that you found on the street and I was fucked up, I was homeless, and I was sleeping on your couch. I'm hiding detergent and all this shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Let's talk about what you hiding. Because every time it's a talk about accounting, it's always some argumentative energy coming from you only, not from me, not from you.
never.
I'm never arguing about money, especially not with my niggas. I'm not doing that.
I have intel from that side that says they fully understand what their contract says and means, and they just have an issue with it.
People think that we work for Joe and we're employees and we get a salary. That's not what it was. We have a percentage-based contract.
And also,
I'm gonna bring that back for y'all real quick. Hold on.
I have intel from that side that says they fully
Listen
understand
closely.
what their contract says and means,
for you.
and they just have an issue with it.
People
for
think
you.
that we work for Joe and we're employees and we get a salary. That's not what it was. We have a percentage-based contract.
and also people.
So we have to ask for accounting because how else will we know what we're supposed to get? We need to see the numbers. We get a percentage of whatever comes in for the podcast.
So we get to accounting, which is in our contract that was drawn up by Joe's lawyer, my lawyer, Mal's lawyer, super standard with profit.
I sent over accounting that was beautiful. It was packaged. Hey, Marnie, I love you. It was packaged the way it needed to be. And it painted a real clear picture of what you should be paid.
I don't know how dumb you think I am, but accounting is not some shit you send in a 5-line item in the body of an email.
Right.
Just want to make that clear.
Right.
And when I asked for accounting, I didn't think asking for what's in your contract is such a fucking crazy thing to ask somebody, your friend or not.
I'm paid well. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, so are they. So are they. Let's just say what it is, man. There are 100 million ways for me to fuck them in a contract, but unfortunately, they don't know that. This don't gain you leverage.
Well, no, because they're essentially calling you a liar. Let's just call it.
Well, then Rory's little measly ass.
Then I watched Joe say in a very condescending, sarcastic tone,
I don't know. It's not you, Joe. It's not you I don't trust. What if it's wealth management?
it's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust wealth management. Fam, yeah, I don't care how condescending you say that. And it contradicts the fuck what you were saying. I never thought you was stealing.
Right.
I'm trying to understand what the fuck they're doing over here because this is incorrect.
Right.
And I sit behind this expense.
Tell me what I should have done, Parks. What should I do? You'll never see my books. I'm consistent in that. The accounting looks beautiful. And these two gentlemen have been overpaid for years.
A body of an email and an Excel spreadsheet that people punch numbers into is not accounting. I don't care what you say. As a profit partner, that's not how it
It's
works.
not accounting.
We get caught up with ourselves sometimes, and we need our friends to check us.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, don't ever think that Joe is above my friends checking me. I know I'm nuts. He was questioning my friendship and my character as someone that has overpaid him and overprotected him. But you don't get to hold the cards.
Bro, do y'all not see this shit? Bro, do y'all not see this shit?
I never thought you was stealing.
Right.
I'm trying to understand what the fuck they're doing over here because this is incorrect.
Right.
and I sit behind this expense.
Tell me what I should have done, Parks. What should I do? You'll never see my books. I'm consistent in that. The accounting looks beautiful. And these two gentlemen have been overpaid for years.
A body of an email and an Excel spreadsheet that people punch numbers into is not accounting. I don't care what you say. As a profit partner, that's not how it works.
We get caught up with ourselves sometimes, and we need our friends to check us.
Okay.
Don't ever think that Joe is above my friends checking me. I know I'm nuts.
Okay.
He was questioning my friendship and my character as someone that has overpaid him and overprotected him. But you don't get to hold the cards for reentry. Why does he keep talking that way? Can somebody answer me? Because you don't say nothing. Don't worry about it.
And again, my thing is, it's not about the money. It just became a point where the respect level just started to disappear, and you start talking to me like I work for you, and it's like, my nigga, I don't work for you.
Rory, you are in breach of your contract, and from this point forward, you are fired.
And when he told you to miss a few episodes, when you sent me that text, I'm like, okay, this nigga trying to play the boss card.
And you're not welcome back. Does anybody in here have a problem that I'm the person that has to say that?
No. You start to realize, like, this industry, this
Mal, I'm the person that has to say that.
this field that we're in is not for people that are cut from a certain cloth, man.
Not at all.
It's just not, because niggas don't have morals, niggas don't have integrity.
Mm-hmm.
The gall of you to think that you are observing the way that I am, to think that I have to come to you about a problem I have with another man.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull away from this in a minute because I don't even know who this nigga is anymore, and I don't know who this nigga think he talking to.
We have things sorely mistaken around here. That's not ego and arrogance. It's realism.
So when he started talking like that, and I told you this, I said, fam, I'm not even sure who this nigga is anymore. Because he's saying things, he's moving a certain way, he's wearing funny hats. I don't know who this nigga is anymore.
Don't do that.
I'm just being real. I never seen a nigga wear a Mary hat in my life.
I wasn't mad at some of that, man.
I'm just saying I've never seen a nigga wearing a Mary hat in my life. So that for me was telling. I was like, oh, this nigga's, he's transforming into somebody else.
Yeah.
I love when podcasts go through this type of turmoil. I do. If Rory was here, I was coming to ask him if he is a liar, if he is a manipulator, if he willfully and purposefully misleads, if he believes his words to match his actions.
Maybe there's a bunch of adjectives for me trying to force this podcast to keep going. It's not measly. It's not liar. It's not manipulator.
No.
I think people have accused you of
So to the driver's seat, man. He in here.
Give it to me.
I think people think that you come up in here and preach ownership and
this is the thing right here.
Ownership.
No.
That's a thing that I've seen.
Okay. Now I want to be clear here, dog. Like I told y'all before, I started my podcast after watching Joe Budden podcast. I'm gonna be all the way 1,000 solid 100. And me being the person I am, I cannot be the nigga that watch somebody's shit every day and don't acknowledge it. We have that problem with us as black people. A nigga will ride around listening to your music every day. I'm gonna tell you how crazy niggas is in our culture. Niggas will ride to your music, listen to your music, think you the coldest rapper, be rapping your shit in the house every day, and then when they see you, hey man, that nigga ain't shit to me. Or in some cases, they'll pay to go to your concert to try to rob you. That's how crazy our culture is, bro. Niggas will listen to your music every day, watch your work, watch your creativity, be a fan of it, but then feel like they can't tell you. And they won't admit it. Fam, you can be a fan of somebody, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a fan of a lot of niggas shit. I'm a fan of the Joe Budden podcast still. I just haven't been tapped in as much because I've been busy. I'm a fan of what Joe Budden created with the team. I was a nigga that watched Joe Budden podcast every single day. But it got to a point I did see the energy switch. If you go back and look to the older Joe Budden podcast episodes, that nigga Mal talked way more. It seemed like they were having way more fun. Later, we do find out the whole time Rory and Mal were not happy because they wouldn't get what they was asking for. The energy been off before the breakup. Been off. They just kept it under wraps as much as they could, but then guess what? You keep a lid on something for so long, it's going to eventually pop open. I don't know why I'm yelling. I talk loud. So, all I'm going to say is this right here, bro. Y'all got to understand the difference of this shit, man. It's levels in the differences. I'm going to forever give Joe the motherfucking credit that I watched his shit. I'm going to forever say, hey, man, shout out Nip Hustle. Me watching that nigga interviews, me watching that nigga show. If you want to know why you always see me in Urban Politicians, why Urban Politicians TV, you always see me wearing these shirts and wearing my own hats, that shit come from Nip. I see how Nip got down with that shit. I'm giving credit where it's due. My podcast shit came from Joe Budden. I was also watching Street Gangs. I was watching Drink Champs a little bit, Rap Radar, Tax Stone. But Joe Budden, Mozzie, Nipsey Hussle, Money Man, them are the niggas that they music or they creativity is what made me say, and then shout out to Detroit. If you know, I came in this shit really speaking on Detroit rappers a lot, really like a big fan of the Detroit rap scene, a big fan of the Detroit rap scene before it took over the industry. You could go back and look at that. I always was a big fan of Detroit before they was getting to the big followers, before everybody started turning up. I'm a big fan. And they work ethic in Detroit made me turn my work ethic up. The Detroit niggas was dropping videos consistently every week. They didn't give a fuck. They was just dropping. And I was like, damn, these niggas is working. That made me feel like I had to turn up the way they was. Them niggas was just dropping and active. My first couple interviews was from Detroit niggas. Facts. So I say all that to say, I will never downplay what Joe did to the podcast game, bro. Joe turned this podcast shit up, man. Joe Budden made this podcast shit lit, bro. Joe made this podcast shit go crazy. He made it cool. Shout out to the business. Shout out to everybody from Detroit. Shout out to all the Detroit niggas. Big Ant, did you get any inspiration from Vlad? Yes, I did, TK Kirkland. Vlad was part of the reason why I was dropping 4 videos a day at one time. And I was just telling myself, fuck the views, fuck the views, fuck the views. That came from Vlad. The way that Vlad been going crazy. I heard him say in the interview one time he was dropping 5 videos a day. And I remembered his old Breakfast Club interview where Vlad said it's all about keeping the content fresh. And I said, yup, you're right. And that's what I went with. I take pieces from everybody's shit as far as inspiration or get game from everybody. I get a little game from everybody. I take what I like as far as an inspiration or a mistake. I learn from other people's mistakes. I learn from my own mistakes. I learn from a lot of people. So Vlad, most definitely. So I want to be clear with that. We're not here to act like Joe Budden has not put in the work and bust his ass to get where he's at. We're not finna act like Joe Budden not a talent. That's not what we doing. We just speaking on what happened. What happened is, to be clear for everybody out here, we don't know any personal information if Joe Budden don't expose it. Rory and Mal did not go public first. Joe Budden did. They could have just been on the episode. They took their little subliminals, said their little subliminals. They could have left it at that. Joe ego, we all got an ego. I even have that problem, and I'm working on it. I'm getting better. We all got an ego, and I'm getting better with this shit. We all getting better with this shit. We all getting better. I'm getting better. I got an ego. I got ego. Everybody got egos. Some niggas' egos is bigger than others. I'm getting better. I'm getting better, man. But understand, when we talking about what happened, Joe ego is the reason he put all this information out, bro. Nobody forced Joe to get on here and tell these niggas personal business. Nobody told Joe to get on there and tell people that Mal lived with him and he was hiding detergent and doing all these other things. I'm not paying nobody out to be the crook. I'm playing what happened, fam. I'm playing what happened and I'm playing what he said. You answer, you telling me I'm saying he a crook. I'm saying, hey, I don't know what's what. They asked for accountant. He didn't show them accountant. What does that mean? If we in court, you don't want to show us the accountant in something that we said we are profit partners, profit sharing partners, and I can't see the profits. What is that? What is that? You can answer that, what that is. I'm not saying nothing. I'm only going off of what he said. I'm playing you what the man said out his own mouth. That's what y'all got to understand, bro. I don't have to come in here and make up shit. That's not my goal. I don't want to. My platform is not built off of lies. And if I get some information wrong, I will come back and correct it. Dog said, hey, we don't know what's what. We don't know what they agreed upon. Niggas is going off of who they like more. Joe, you saying they're employees? They say they not employees. Have you seen any of the paperwork? Have you seen any of the paperwork? They say they not employees. They say that we're not paid salary. We didn't agree to be paid salary. We're not employees. If this man say he not an employee, and you tell me, Joe Budden never said they were employees. Joe has never said that Rory and Mal were employees. He said they were overpaid. He said he took care of them, but he never said they was employees. He actually said out his own mouth, if you heard, I don't know if you was listening. Dog actually said they helped build this platform. See, they got to take some responsibility too, because they wasn't. You can't let it get to this point. Like I say, Rory and Mal, they gotta take responsibility, and I'm sure they have. But be clear here. What got me into this thing with Joe Budden was a big part of him preaching ownership, preaching staying down, preaching being fair. And let's be clear here. Joe Budden was upset because Spotify didn't want to share any analytics with him. They didn't want to give him the information. He wants to see the information. He wants to see the analytics. He wants to see that. He feels that he should be able to see that as a creator. He said creators reserve the right to see what they're making, and he was trying to change the game because the music business was fucked up. Joe never said they were employees. Exactly. Amos Johnson, exactly. Joe never said that they were employees. So, Muhammad, it doesn't matter what you say they brought to the pod. Joe told you out his own mouth they helped build the pod. I mean, I don't understand what the issue is here, y'all. I mean, why don't y'all just want to accept the facts? Y'all acting like I'm here to tear Joe Budden down. Nobody's perfect, fam. I'm just saying he made some mistakes. Joe never said they were employees, and Joe just said, do you want me to rewind it where he said, I will never shit on them on the platform they helped build? Rory also said he created the Joe Budden podcast on his SoundCloud email. And he came in on episode 5. If the niggas say they helped build it, that's his plan. Since Joe's the boss here, as y'all say, if Joe just told you out his own mouth they helped build it, y'all gonna say that's not true? Tell me that. I'm not caping for nobody, fam. I'm not caping. I'm just telling you what was said. I don't understand why y'all is not getting it. I'm not caping for nobody. I'm speaking the facts, bro. It's on the computer. He's saying this shit out his own mouth. I'm not getting what y'all saying I'm caping at. So they left. Joe brought on 2 new guys, Ice and Ish. Shout out to them. The Joe Budden podcast is continued and still going up. This is still a podcast that got 1 million subscriber reach, fam. I think Joe like right up under 1 million or whatever, but it's more people that reaches than that. And that's just facts. Joe's tone has changed, and I'll be honest with that. That's what I will say. Now, I'll be honest with that and critique that when I first got hip to the Joe Budden podcast, it was about the creators. It was about ownership. It was about being fair. It was about honest opinions most of the time. Now, Joe's not on that. You can't say, well, I don't want to sign a contract and we don't want to move like that and y'all are not being fair to us, but you don't want to let your homies see exactly what's going on because they're creators in this and they self. But I don't know everything. I can only go off of what they say and what Joe say. He said out his own mouth they can't see the book. So, I mean, did they help build it or not? Parks doesn't care. Like he said, Parks say he make a lot of money. He don't care. But does anybody, okay, let's go to the other shit before I tap out real quick. Y'all tap into both podcasts. Congratulations to Joe Budden on, like I said, breaking the podcast game in, doing this thing. We gonna salute that. Hey, Ski Man Citizen, thank you, bro. Ski Man Citizen, what's wrong with these niggas, bro? What's wrong with these niggas, Ski Man Citizen? They arguing with me and I'm playing what the niggas saying on the video. You niggas is crazy. But hey, to each his own, man. Y'all do y'all. So let's get into the I guess that Soulja Boy shit ain't even really no big deal, man. That is what it is. He's trolling NBA Youngboy. Why is he trolling somebody in jail? I don't know. I know the fans can get on people's nerves at time, but Soulja Boy been a star nigga for 15 years, bro. 14, 15 years, bro. Man, it's just not a good idea to like speak down on anybody while they in the feds and don't even know what type of time they facing, bro. And that's the thing. We got to draw the line on the trolling in the culture. I feel like, free NBA Youngboy, man. They trying to railroad dog. Shout out to him, one of the biggest artists in the game, period. Not just rap, period. Doing this motherfucking thing. Shout out to NBA Youngboy. But I just feel like trolling a nigga while he in jail and shit, bro. He fighting for his freedom. And it's you didn't put him there, true, and all this or that. I just feel like we got to have a little bit more taste, man. We got to have a little bit more taste, bro, and how we move with shit. Soulja Boy do what he want to do. Soulja Boy turned up, but we got to have a little bit more taste in the game and how we move, man. Kyrie Irving, I guess that still is where it stands. He won't get the contract extension from what the Brooklyn Nets have said so far. We'll have to see. That kind of fucks up their plans. The Brooklyn Nets wanted to get a championship with all three of them. So I guess we don't know. We shall see. Still got Kevin Durant, still got James Harden. And, that's crazy because that was the part of the reason that the Lakers loaded up the way that they loaded up. The Lakers loaded up so they could beat the Brooklyn Nets. That's why the Lakers went on ahead and loaded up. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. The NBA then became so watered down to me, bro. I can't even watch that shit like I used to. Salute to everybody in the NBA, bro, and who's superstars. But it's like all the good players going to one team and all this shit, bro. It was cool at first, but now it's kind of like, yeah. And I don't know, bro. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody in the NBA. I'm still fans of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. I didn't see the police reports of any of these murders. I didn't see these things. I know they got the YouTube videos out, and the people are breaking it down. I'll just wait till it hits the big platforms that are, able to really speak on it. L Selector, cut your camera on and I'll let you join. L Selector, cut your camera on and I'll let you join. I'll drop the link, but y'all got to cut y'all cameras on. But shout out to everybody in the NBA doing their thing. I'm still watching NBA games. It's still entertaining. It just ain't what it kind of used to be like. It's just different now. But it's still, I still enjoy the NBA though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a fan of the NFL. Still gonna always watch the games. They just don't really hit like they used to me. Yeah, I'll wait till it get a little bit bigger and how everything goes, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like looking up police reports. I don't be really trying to break news like that. If something becomes news and I'm one of the first niggas that's on it, that happens at times, but I'm never really trying to dig deep, and I'm not trying to find out who's snitching and who not. I'm not trying to expose nobody's personal business. No, I know people do that. That's a part of the game. There's a lot of money in that. It's just not my style. No knock to nobody else who do that, though. That just ain't my style. That ain't my way to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I like to let it become news. I don't make the news. I'll speak on the news or report the news. You know what I'm saying? That is real news. You know what I'm talking about? Once it hits certain platforms, it becomes news, though. The major rap and hip-hop platforms, once you touch those, or the major just blogs. I did see they said something about the YouTube videos, but I would have to see more detail on that. We can speculate on that all day. They could be making assumptions. Innocent until proven guilty, as I always say. Innocent until proven guilty. Condolences to all the lives lost in these situations, but it's still innocent until proven guilty. I'd rather let somebody get proven to be guilty as opposed to saying they're guilty and they're actually innocent. That's just it. All right. Appreciate you tapping in, Amos Johnson. I think that's pretty much it, bro. I guess y'all want to watch a little bit more of that Joe Budden shit before we tap out. And to be clear, Joe Budden, Mal responded. I mean, Mal spoke on it. They was asked about it. Everything of that nature. But you still, even if a nigga speaking on some murders and shit like that, you still gonna have to have some type of evidence. Now, that's the thing with the feds. The feds can move off of conspiracy, so we shall see. But I ain't want to try to solve nothing. Champ's back. You wouldn't come on, bro. So I don't want to collab with you, bro. You don't want to come on here. You can't stand on what you're saying. Yeah, shout out to Hitman Holler too, bro. That was an unfortunate situation. His girlfriend is shot. To my understanding, she's gonna be all right. Oh yeah, Kyrie Irving is lit. Kyrie Irving is that nigga. That's without a doubt. Kyrie Irving is lit. Kyrie Irving, that nigga on that court, man. You can't never take that away from him. Just gotta wait and see how everything play out, man. All right. I say he had surgery yesterday. So to my knowledge, that's all that really went on. Let me see if it's something else that happened since I've been on live. Oh yeah, Bill Cosby. I forgot about that. It say Bill Cosby, according to reports, Bill Cosby is sued by Bill. Hold on, let me go to it. On Yahoo. This on Yahoo. Bill Cosby sued for sexual assault by former Cosby Show actress Lily Bernard. Bill Cosby's legal troubles are apparently far from over. The 84-year-old has been sued for sexual assault by actress Lily Bernard, who claims she was drugged and raped by her mentor in 1990. So that would be 21. That would be 31 years ago. And like when you say this, when I say this with Bill Cosby, that was 31 years ago. Understand. I don't know what's what. I have to say innocent until proven guilty now. Will there be evidence? We don't know. They don't. What evidence do they have? What physical evidence? What physical evidence? 31 years later, and I want people to understand that I'm never downplaying the seriousness of women being taken advantage of. That's not cool. We don't rock with that on here at all. But ladies, I know it's easier said than done. I know that y'all go through these mental things and everything of that nature. But if you want to get justice, you're going to have to report it. It is what it is. I don't make that rule. But I'm saying if you want it to be proven that something happened to you and you don't want to have to go through these processes of people doubting you and wondering, are you want money or can they prove it or not? Not even saying that you want money. If you want justice or whatever, if you want to be compensated, if somebody did something like that to you, you need to come out and address it and say it immediately. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm just saying when you wait so long, it's going to be harder for a motherfucker to come back. It's going to be harder for somebody to it's going to be harder for somebody to say that. You know what I'm saying? No, that's the thing. He's not being charged. He's being sued. Meaning this isn't a jail thing. This isn't charges in court. He's being sued. That means she's trying to sue him in a civil court case. This ain't got nothing to do with police and lawyers and stuff. So Well, it has something to do with lawyers, but it ain't got nothing to do with the law. And I want to be clear about that. If you want to get that money for that happening, just understand the only way it's gonna work is if the way that you get paid is not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. You got to be able to prove this happened. You got to be able to prove that this man did this to you. You wait 31 years, can't nobody prove shit. I don't know what happened with all those women. We don't know what's going on. But like I say, I'm going to just leave it at what I said, bro. I can't be no more respectful than that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is on that. So, yeah, man, I dropped 2 videos. I don't know if y'all watched them. I don't know. Y'all want me to play my videos on this Joe Budden shit? I think I was fair. I ain't gonna lie though. One thing I will say, the weather getting back good outside. Oh shit, wrong one. Hold on. Click the wrong one. Hey, we back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in real quick on Rory and Mal making an announcement that they signed a deal with Stitcher. Now, the write-up is in the Vulture magazine, and I had a link in the description where y'all can go read all that. But congratulations to Rory and Mal, man, on signing this deal. If you know me and on my platform, I've said before I came up watching the Joe Budden podcast and the Joe Budden podcast from the beginning, before they did the Spotify deal, before all that, is what got me going on my podcast. So Rory and Mal have now signed their own deal, and they moving in the right direction, if you ask me. Now, I don't know what's going on with Kevin Durant and everything that he had going on with them. I don't know if they just partnered on the studio or anything like that production side, so we'll have to wait and see on that part. But with this going on right here, Rory and Mal announced, they sat down with a lot of people. They talked to different brands and companies, and this was the best fit. And they do have 100% ownership of their podcast. So that was made clear in the article and everything. We know with the Joe Budden podcast, ownership was a big thing for people, and transparency and everything of that nature. So they said they do have 100% ownership. They're going to have 2 episodes a week, and it's going to be turning forward, and they want to get into a different type of creating space, and Stitcher is allowing them to do that. So also, they're going to get asked about Joe Budden in this situation. Joe Budden name going to come up anytime because that's what they started with. We all seen the big breakup. We seen the turmoil go down. Joe Budden name came up, and I don't know if y'all remember, he hit different blogs and websites and YouTube videos earlier this year where Rory had ran across Joe Budden. That came up in an interview, and he said, it wasn't a conversation. Mal actually said that if he ran across Joe Budden at that time, it probably would have been bad news, but he's no longer in that space. And then they explained how, things are better for them now. At that time, it was fucked up because of how everything went down. Rory and Mal and Joe Budden built this shit together, and they felt like Joe, basically. And for me, sitting where I sit at, I think I can speak for a lot of people. The way that Joe handled it, it was a lot of different things going on. They both said in here that things wasn't feeling right. They wasn't moving right. The communication wasn't there. Mal went on to say character. The main thing that stuck out to him was character. If you would do this to somebody else, it's just not my turn yet. but it will eventually become my turn for you to treat me the same way. And Joe started showing signs of that, and that's why he left. We saw the episodes. You can look at the YouTube breakdowns where Joe actually told Mal the podcast were not his business. And these videos do be edited, but they're not editing the voices of what people are saying. Once Mal told Joe, you told me this podcast was none of my business, and they said this on the show, and Joe just sat there and didn't have an explanation for that, that let me know right there. Joe can say whatever he wants to say, but Joe, you let this shit get to your head and you started moving very differently, no matter how you want to slice it, how you want to put the pie out, how you want us to view it, and you can try to make us view it how you want to and come up with your narrative and your understanding. I can only go off of what I see and what I read, and that's just what it is. So with everything going on, he brought Ice and Ish on and everything and continued on. They went in their direction, but we got to understand with this Joe Budden podcast and they podcast, they're going to always be somewhat linked because they started out together. But eventually, years and years ago, go on, and we'll forget more and more that they once originally. Well, we won't forget, but it won't be as much as the conversation as it is now. So, you know, you got to build your shit on facts and being thorough and being solid. Mal and Joe Budden had a long time history together, and it sucks that it be like this in business at times. But, man, when people get on the public platform, and Joe Budden did it to himself, man, you expose the personal information of these dudes. You expose Rory and Mal living arrangements and all these type of things. They never put anything out that was private until they needed to respond to Joe Budden. He decided to go to the podcast and say and expose all these things, tell Rory he's fired on air while Rory is not even there. Rory, you're fired. And it was on a Patreon episode and all that. And everybody's like, what the fuck, nigga? You talking to the chair and everything. Then he went at Mal. Didn't say that Mal was fired. But, hey, I'm looking at it like now, bro, they probably feel like, dog, Joe Budden got down on us. He wasn't keeping it solid, wasn't keeping it real. That's a form of whatever you want to call it. And, hey, it is what it is. And also, it was brought up about how Joe Budden had threatened that he would sue Rory and Mal if they went and did another podcast or gotten another deal or anything because of the non-compete thing that they actually signed working with Joe Budden. But they said they wasn't worried about that because of the fact it would expose a lot of situations in business and whatever Joe Budden got to hide. They basically said he got shit that he don't want to go public. But if you sue somebody, everything comes out, the details, the numbers, the analytics, the statistics, and all that shit could now be brought up in court, and it might not do well on Joe's behalf and his image. So they pretty confident for them to make that statement that he's not going to sue us because of that reason. It will make him look bad. So that's that. It is what it is. But they moving forward. Congratulations to them. I'm pretty sure Joe Budden will have a response to all this. But like I say, man, there's plenty of YouTube videos just clipping up things that Joe Budden said on air. And then when you on live on the podcast, and then if you watching it, especially from a day one nigga like myself, you're going to be like, hey, man, what the fuck was Joe on this whole time, bro? Like, Joe, damn. Fucks with Joe. Like I say, dog inspired me to jump out there and get active with my podcast. I'll give him his credit. I feel like other people might have did podcasts before him, but the Joe Budden podcast caused a whole different type of vibe with podcasting and the hip hop culture. So they gonna forever give him credit with that. But hey, man, you gotta be solid with your team. You gotta be honest with your team. You gotta be fair with your team, and you gotta be respectful. But in Joe Budden case, we've seen him do these type of things before, so we shall see what happens next. I'm gonna have all the links in the description. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this shit. Got more videos coming, more everything, man. 1000 stay on your pivot for shit show. We gonna have more coming, man. Tell me what y'all think. Comment section, tap in. 1000.
We change the world by redesigning who we are. Words mean nothing if they aren't well.
Boy, I don't like I don't like what I will say. One thing I will say, bro, is what I don't like is how people is just throwing another nigga name in there like they predicting this nigga going to jail, bro. Like, I'm not even finna say the rapper name in that Chicago shit, but it's like niggas is bringing that nigga name up and it's like, damn, bro. Like, why y'all speaking on that nigga name? His name wasn't in the fucking indictment. Like, damn, bro, that's the thing I don't be liking about this shit at times, bro. Yeah, I popped out early today, Dark Beard. I'm about to tap out in a second. We've been on for 2 hours. If anybody want to join, this the time to join. If anybody want to come up and speak, this your time. Don't say that I didn't give you time to come up on and speak. I like to get my shit off first. Then y'all can come on and tap in. If you don't want to tap in, that's cool. But I'm going to tap out in a second. I don't know. Did y'all want to watch the other video I did? I pretty much already said all that shit. Bro, they be dropping and adding so many niggas on in my fantasy league, bro. My fantasy football league. That shit crazy. We tapped in, man. We rocking. Should we vibe out for the dip out? I'm going to do shout outs, man. Fuck it. I'm going to do shout outs on the dip out, man. Let's get it. We can do shout outs right now since ain't nobody going to join.
Like I'm walking on air. Yeah. Feel like I'm walking on water. Floating. I can touch the sky. I'm high enough. Top up right behind us. Hold it up. Watch us never rise in front of us.
Yo, just finished, man. We just finished. I'm doing shout outs for our dip out, man. If y'all want to shout out, y'all want me to shout out y'all business for the replay game, level live right now. Anybody want to join, this is your time. Come promote your business, all that type shit. If you want to get some feedback. Shout out Pink Meadows, what's good?
She let me down in the ocean. I'm trying to side her ocean.
Fresh as fuck, Niners fan 916, what's good, gang?
One line and another line for the potion.
Dark skin bandit.
Limit line, now I'm through.
PPG from Overlocker, shit show. Political Project Gang, Overlocker to Houston, man, we right. Florida, Texas. What's good? Quincy LeVon, all love, gang. So yeah, before I dip out too, let me touch on that real quick. Come on. What's good, Raymond Poland? I'm gonna address one more thing before I dip out.
I feel like I'm floating on top of the Jesus out of ocean.
Ride away.
Ride away. I can touch the sky. I'm
love you too, Christy Cole. That's what's up. Appreciate it. All love.
Right behind us, loaded up. Watch your spirit rise in front of us. Just cause you thought y'all could call my blood. Walking on air, walking on water, walking on air, flowing. Baby mamas, that ain't beef, nigga. Where I'm from, we get the drama in the streets, nigga. Yeah, you know I got the chopper in the seat, nigga. And it came with a bean, nigga. Jungle gang got a honey in this thing, nigga. We'll put your ass to sleep, nigga. Till that nigga
I'll rap, can I join? What you
no
mean?
doors on the cheap, nigga.
You trying to get us to listen to some music, or you trying to talk shit about what we got going on?
Chopper right behind us, loaded up. Watch us live it rise in front of us.
And to be clear, man, anybody that can get $1 million deal, $10 million deal, $100 podcast deal, $100,000 podcast deal. It depends on your situation, bro. Because you might say, hey, man, a nigga might come to you, say, we'll give you $75,000 for this podcast for 1 year. And nigga, you could take that 75 and reinvest back into your podcast to upgrade your quality, upgrade your quality, upgrade your everything. So that would be a good deal to sign, bro. If you already ain't got nothing coming in, because you know this only a year deal. Do what works best for you. Always look over the gray areas, to get a lawyer to read it. Always handle business. But understand, bro, just because you hear people making 20 million and 30 million, don't ever think that $10 million is not a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of fucking money. A lot of fucking money. A lot of it. 5 million is a lot of money. Now, can you go broke with that? Yes, you can. But that's with any money, nigga. You can spend 50 million if you're not living correctly and doing right. A lot of niggas have done it. Niggas that made 200 million and went broke. It happens. People overspend, spend more than what they make. Niggas be shopping all the time. Niggas giving money away to family members. Niggas being careless with the bread, not setting up streams of income to keep the money coming in once it stops. But if you getting offered $10 million to sit down and talk, I would think that y'all would be smart enough to take that, especially if you're going to have ownership. It is what it is, bro. So all these people that be online saying all this shit and saying all that, bro, don't listen to these motherfuckers. These people is not making that type of money. I know everybody want to look super rich and portray that they super rich, bro, but it's like 10% of the country that's making over 10% of the people in America that's making over motherfucking 300,000 a year, if that many, maybe like 8, like 5 to 10% people, 5 to 10%, the top 5 and 10% is the only people making that type of money, bro. This is not an average thing, bro. You're not regular when it comes to income. When it comes to income, if you making $1 million a year, you was not a regular person on the income side. You are elite. You regular as a human, but when it comes to finances, you was not. So you should be happy. Yeah, more like 1%, bro. You in the top 5%, nigga. Like average motherfuckers in the average income of American household is like $70K, bro. Don't let Instagram fool you. Don't let none of that fool you, dog. If you a rapper and you make $100,000 a year off your music, bro, You doing the right shit, bro. Don't ever look at yourself like you ain't making no moves, bro. Like you is. We don't give a fuck what you doing. You got a job, 200,000. You financially good, bro. Understand that. You financially good if you make 200 bands a year, 100 bands. Really, if you make 100,000, some places cost of living is higher than others, and you might feel like you want to live a better life. You should never. Is that you on the hook, OG? What you mean on the hook? What you mean on the hook? Talking about that song? Nah, that was 03 Greedo. Shout out 03, man. Free 03. Shout out to everybody out there. Do y'all thing, man. Go have a good night tonight, Friday night. H-Town, Texas. Y'all have a good night if you from Houston, Louisiana, California, wherever y'all from, whatever neighborhood y'all from, whatever city y'all from. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all go do y'all thing, man. We got the shit show. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll see if Joe Budden say something tomorrow. If he does, I'm going to have another video for y'all. All right, man. Y'all stay up. Y'all hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Shout out to the replay gang. It's going to catch the playback. If you replay gang, type that in the comment sections. Yeah, bro, if you finna come on here and talk, I really just don't want to hear nobody rap right now, though, bro. I'll let you come on if you finna come on here and talk about something. I don't want to hear no rap, though. I ain't gonna lie. Not right now. Maybe a different day. But shout out to Raymond Paulin, though. I don't know what you on. What you on, bro? Let me know something before I dip out. What you on, bro? If you want to come on here and promote your music, let's do it. We'll tell the people check you out, but I don't want to just listen to the music right now. I'm gonna drop the link. We'll tell the people where to come. I just don't feel like listening to no artist right now, bro. It ain't nothing personal. Nothing personal. Shout out Raymond Paulin, bro. Paulin. Because if I let one person play their music, I'm going to have to let 2 or 3 or 4 play their music to be fair. And I'm the type of nigga I'll be liking to be fair. I don't be wanting to let, because every time I do that shit, I play one nigga music, another nigga get the axe, and another nigga get the axe. I'm going to be on here for 30 more minutes listening to music. But if you want to come tell the people check out your mixtape and shit like that real quick, come on. I'm telling you whether you can come tap in on that. Just come promote it. Tell people where to go, and we gonna go check it out. You should have heard me, bro. I'm just saying, bro, like everybody tell me that. Niggas tell me that every day, fam. And one thing about me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I love music. I listen to music by itself, but if you ain't even got no music videos, I don't know, you might do. You really not in the conversation right now. And you might be talented as fuck. You might be super duper talented, bro. I don't count nobody out. And everybody, I don't give a fuck how weak your music is or how good or great. It's everybody gonna have a fan and a supporter. So I ain't never downplaying no nigga music or no nigga grind, but it's about money too. You gotta have some money with this shit. You gotta have hustle. You gotta have drive. You gotta have go get it. You gotta have that go get it in you. Gotta have that dog. All right, bro. You didn't come on. I told you to come on there and promote your music. You ain't do it. I dropped a link for you. We good, though. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Y'all subscribe to the channel, Urban Politicians TV. We'll be back tomorrow with some more shit talking. We here, man. 1,000. Stay on your pivot for shit show. More coming. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that.